Okay. Please comment pag okay na yung audio natin, pag naririnig nyo ko. So we can start. Okay. Okay, while waiting for others, if you have questions prior to our discussion on the rationalization in the law enforcement administration, you may comment. And for those who did not yet subscribe, okay, and for those who did not yet subscribe, you may hit the subscribe button for us to have a, for you to have a more videos. Okay. Sa mga magte-take ng board examination ngayong taon, if ma-pursue, ay napakaswerte nyo kasi super extended ang preparation nyo. And a lot of review materials are available, including this program. So, napakaswerte nyo talaga. Okay, ang gawin nyo na lang is to always prepare, read, and read, until such time na dumating na yung board exam at ready na kayo. Okay, by the way, I am Glenn Margalang, licensed criminologist and currently employed at the Social Security System as fingerprint specialist and investigator, and also a part-time faculty in the various colleges and universities, and a national lecturer in various criminology review. Okay. And before we start our discussion, I would like to thank Attorney J.M. Ferraro for giving us the chance to help you guys to develop yourself and to pass this examination. Kasi with this license, napakadaming opportunity. Napakadaming opportunity na darating sa inyo. Kayo na ang hahabulin, din na kayo maghahabol once you have the license. So, take it in one shot. Pag hindi nakuha ng one shot, edi pangalawa, basta siguraduhin na magbasa na kayo the second time. Okay? So, may mga nagpapa-shout out. Anong gusto mong shout? Napakalakas ba? May na. Kay Galawang Hudas. Okay. The culture of criminology is more on traditional. What do you mean by traditional? Na napaka-relax lang tayo. Okay, na we took the discussion in the school and including dito na rin na very light lang. Hindi tayo masyadong magsiseryoso kasi hindi natin nature yon. Kasi ang criminology natututo yan by experience and sa magaan na paraan. Okay? Okay. In preparation for the board examination, ano bang dapat nyong i-prepare? Unang-una is the knowledge of the laws. Lalo in the law enforcement administration, should be updated. Familiarity of the laws, then your knowledge, dapat laging updated. Hindi yung dahil graduate ka last year, yung last year lang ang aralin mo. Also include to the recently amended laws or created laws. Okay? Sa law enforcement administration, this is more on the procedural. Procedural meaning that yung from the start of the recruitment of the police officers up to the retirement. Madadaan na natin yan. Along the discussion sa rationalization, makikita nyo doon. Paano nyo malalaman yon or saan kayo magbe-base? Okay, you may base that on the NAPOLCOM resolutions and the laws. Okay, the RA 8551, 6975, yan. And including the POP or the Philippine National Police Operational Procedure of 2013. Okay? In a few minutes, we'll start our discussion. So, while we are conducting this rationalization, some of you have taken the mock examination provided by the Homicide Criminology Review Group, and the common observation is yung sagot nyo, alam nyong tama. Okay? But when the result came, ay mali pala. Bakit? Kasi we did not properly apply this strategy and the method in order to answer properly the board examination. The board examination is napaka-tricky. Okay, may mga questions na napakahaba, pero yung tanong ay nandoon sa dulo or nasa umpisa o nasa gitna. Para hindi kayo mahirapan, then we'll apply method or the strategy. And I will introduce to you, ito napaka-effective ever since yung mga first batch nag-exam ng criminology way back 1980s I think, or I don't remember, is itong ginagamit, the ACE method or the analysis of the question, comparison of the choices, and the evaluation of your selected answer. Okay? So, napakadami na nating pasakalye. Then, we'll start our discussion. Okay. Before we start, I would like to welcome you all in this group, the Homicide Criminology Review Group. We are now on its Season 2. Okay, the assigned task to me is the rationalization of board exam trial on law enforcement administration. This will be 4 parts divided into 4. Okay, every part shall have a 25 questions. 25 questions with rationalization. Question and answer. Okay? Then every 25th of the question, magpapahinga muna tayo. Siguro at least mga 5 minutes. Then later on, continue ulit. Okay, reminder, if there are questions, clarifications on the discussion, you may comment that below and we'll answer it later. Or we'll answer it in the group. Depende kung may time pa tayo. Then again, yung for those who did not yet subscribe in the blog of Attorney J.M. Ferraro, please hit the the bell button below. Okay? Okay. Again, the method that we'll use is the ACE-V method or the analysis, comparison, and evaluation. Okay, let's start. Okay, in every question, I will give you 10 seconds to think. Okay? To think and give your answer on your own. Para tignan natin kung tama ba yung sagot nyo or paano nyo in-analyze. Okay, the question number 1. The first step a dispatcher must take when a felony in progress call has been received, either by telephone or by a direct alarm signal, is A. Assign an investigator to investigate the witness. B. Clear the air for emergency broadcast. C. Call for investigators to report to crime scene. Or D. Send augmentation force. Okay, you have 5 minutes to give your own answer. Seconds, I mean. Okay. The answer is B. Clear the air for emergency broadcast. Bakit yan ang sagot? Okay, let us apply the ACE method or the analysis, the comparison, and the evaluation. Let us analyze the question. In this type of question, okay, this type of question, pag may nakalagay dyan, first step, yan, it talks about on the process. Okay? Now, ano bang subject natin dito? Si dispatcher. Si dispatcher. Okay? Ano daw ang gagawin ni dispatcher pag merong report or merong nag-alarm ng signal na merong felony in progress? Okay, pag may felony in progress daw, ano ang gagawin? Ano ang unang gagawin ni dispatcher? The answer is B. Clear the air for emergency broadcast. Okay. Those with the highlights are the keywords. Okay. Now, let us compare and evaluate the choices. Let us limit the choices. Okay. Add man out tayo, magtatanggal tayo sa isa. Okay. Siyempre sa discussion natin ngayon, medyo mabagal yung method na ACE. Pero, along the way, habang pinapractice nyo dito sa MSI Criminology, matututunan nyo din. At isang iglap, isang snap lang, makikita nyo na agad yung keywords. Ma-analyze nyo ng mabilis ang question. Then, lahat ng mga keywords dyan, automatic na makikita nyo. Okay? Then the choices, the 4 choices will be compared to each other and to the question. Alin ba ang pinakamalayo dyan? For example, hindi kayo sigurado sa sagot nyo. Anong gagawin nyo ngayon? Now, you will choose from this. Ano ba ang least na sagot? Yun ang isa-isa inyong tatanggalin. Okay, let us apply. Okay, sabi dito sa question, the first step a dispatcher must take when a felony in progress call has been received. Ano daw ang gagawin? Now, ang tinawag ay felony in progress. Ibig sabihin, ongoing pa din yung crime. Therefore, hindi magdi-dispatch or magbibigay si dispatcher ng investigator to investigate the witness. Hindi siya magbibigay because ongoing pa rin ang felony. So, tanggal na siya sa pagpipilian. Okay? Another, wala pang crime scene kasi nga the felony is still in progress. So, tatanggalin na rin natin siya sa pagpipilian. Ang matitira na lang is si B and D. Okay? Now, remember, saan ba nakafocus ang work ni dispatcher? Sa radio, the police radio communication. Okay? Parang siya magiging central station. From the message from the field will be conveyed through the dispatcher sa office. Okay? Now, therefore, ano nang gagawin niya? Is to clear the air for emergency broadcast that is used in a radio communication. Kasi send augmentation pag meron ng order. Pero the first step a dispatcher may do when there is a felony in progress call is to clear the air for emergency broadcast. So ang sagot ay B. Okay, to clearly convey the message from end to end, from the receiver to the sender. Okay? Now, let's go on to the next question. The next question is, this patrol method utilizes disguises, deception, and lying in bait rather than upon high visibility patrol techniques. A. Low visibility patrol. B. Police omnipresence. C. Decoy patrol. Or D. High visibility patrol. Okay, the answer is C. Decoy patrol. By analyzing the question, makikita nyo ang tinatanong niya ay yung patrol method. Ng patrol method na daw ito ay gumagamit ng disguise, deception, and lying in bait. Now, there are questions in board examination na sa tanong pa lang, pwede ka nang magtanggal ng choices. Na sigurado ka na ay hindi ito ang sagot kasi nasa question. Ano doon? Ito. Rather than upon high visibility patrol. Aside from high visibility patrol daw, ano itong patrol method na gumagamit ng disguise, deception, and lying in bait? Therefore, tatanggalin na natin si high visibility patrol. Tatlo na lang ang pagpipilian mo. Okay? Kaya remember guys, kahit na remember amicus, kahit na ang type ng examination sa board exam ay multiple choices or sabi nga ng mga matatanda, ini, mini, mini mo. And pag-asaran yan, sinasabi turo-turo lang naman ng board exam nyo eh. Remember, napaka-tricky nito because the choices are most or likely similar to each other. Napakalapit nila sa isa't isa. Kaya ginagamitan natin ng method. The ACE, the analysis, comparison, and evaluation. Okay? Sa patrol method, ilan ba ang types nito? There are only two types, the high visibility and the low visibility. Okay? Si high visibility patrol is on the geographical saturation. Okay? That the patrol officers are deployed in a large number. Okay? They are clearly identified. Their vehicles are clearly marked. And the patrol officers are in uniform. Yan ay kabaliktaran kay low visibility. Si low visibility patrol naman, it uses or it deploys the patrol officers in plain clothes. Plain clothes lang sila. And that the vehicle is not marked. Okay? So, pwedeng siyang maging sagot. Pero bakit si decoy patrol lang napili ang sagot? Okay, let's go to police omnipresence. Si police omnipresence naman ay hindi rin siyang sagot because it is not a patrol method, but rather a deterrent method used first by the Japanese. Ano ba tong police omnipresence? It's the presence of uniformed personnel. Okay, that is used in high visibility patrol. So, may dalawa ka na lang natitirang choices. Okay? In the low visibility patrol, meron siyang dalawang subcategory. One is the blending patrol and the decoy patrol. Sa blending patrol, deployment of unmarked cars and the police officers are on the plain clothes that cruises the streets. Okay? They are blending in the society. While si decoy patrol, they disguise in order for the criminals to be decepted. Okay? Para sila ay malinlang at sila ay mahulog sa patibong, sa bait. Okay? So, yan ang ating sagot. Si decoy patrol. Okay? Remember when we say decoy patrol, may lying in bait yan. May bait. Ginagamit itong patrol method in order to bait the criminals through disguise, deception, through plain clothes. Okay? On the third question, it is a type of oral interview in which all applicants are asked in common. Sequence of questioning may vary somewhat from applicant to another applicant. A. Highly structured type. B. Structured type. C. Semi-structured type. Or D. Unstructured type. Okay, the answer is C. Semi-structured type. Okay, let us highlight the keywords. By analyzation, it is a type of oral interview. Oral interview ang hinahanap. In which all applicants are asked in common. They are asked in common. And the sequence or the manner of questioning may vary from one applicant to another applicant. Okay? Now, what are the three types of oral interview? The three types is the structured type, the semi-structured type, and the unstructured type. Tanggalin na natin to si Hailey. Okay? Si unstructured type, it is casual. Ang interview nila ay casual. We're talking about the oral interview na applied sa lahat ng company and also including on the recruitment of police. Okay? Ang unstructured type is casual. When we say casual, the questioning is spontaneously in a free-flowing conversation. Free-flowing conversation. So, ibig sabihin, hindi siya in sequence. Okay? And the questions are not common. Iba-iba. Kasi casual lang. Ibig sabihin, these are the questions that are personal. For example, tinanong ka, ano bang favorite food mo? Yan. Unlike in this, so tanggalin na natin to. Sa dalawang ito. Ang structured type, ay nakafocus sa standardized question. That the questions are standard. Common. Common. Yung dalawa, common. Okay, pare-parehas yung tanong sa lahat ng aplikante. Anong pinagkaiba nila? On the sequence. Okay? Ito, pwedeng maging example to ng mga question sa board examination na sa unang tingin mo sa taas ay parehas ng definition or meaning. Pwede mong masagot si structured type kasi sabi common and there is a sequence. Anong pinagkaiba nila? Okay? On the variation of questions asked in sequence. Sabihin, si structured type, pag ang question kay applicant 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ang magiging question kay applicant number 2 ay same, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unlike kay semi-structured type, na pag ang tanong kay applicant A ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maaring kay applicant B ay 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. They vary. Okay? The sequence of questioning may vary. Magkakaiba-iba. Okay, unlike this structured type na highly standardized. Okay? Next question. The proper elements before a police may frisk another were first announced in the American case of A. Terry versus Ohio, B. Roe versus Wade, C. Miranda versus Arizona, or D. Map versus Ohio. The answer is A. Terry versus Ohio. Okay. Remember these four choices. Favorite ito because they are landmark cases in the US that is applied in the Philippines. We adopt the decision of the Supreme Court of America. Okay? Isa-isahin natin. Sa Terry versus Ohio is on the prohibition on unreasonable searches and seizures is not violated. Okay? Sa case na Terry versus Ohio, ang search and seizure ay hindi mababiolate pag merong reasonable suspicion si police officer. Pwede kang i-search, i-seize kung anong makita sa'yo. Pag in the first place, meron siyang reasonable suspicion o reason para gawin sa'yo yun. Para kapkapan ka, para sitahin ka. Okay? Or freeze. To freeze or to search you. Okay? Sa Roe versus Wade, this is a case on the abortion. Okay? This case is a decision from the Supreme Court that there is a right. May karapatan daw ang mga babae na magpa-abort pag necessary. Okay? Now, we'll not discuss on the cases, ha? Ang sinasabi ko lang sa inyo is yung tatandaan nyo. Okay? Si Roe versus Wade is on the abortion. The legality of abortion or when we can say that the pregnant woman's liberty to choose to have an abortion. Okay, si Miranda versus Arizona, dapat ito lagi nyong tandaan kasi pag naging pulis kayo, ito ang lagi nyong i-apply pag mayroon kayong arrest na i-effect. Okay? That the person or the suspect or the criminal be informed that he or she has a right to remain silent, that he or she has a right to an attorney, and so on. Okay? Si Map versus Ohio naman is on the exclusionary rule that the evidence seized illegally in violation of the laws, okay, are inadmissible in a state court. The admissibility of the evidence, yan, sa Map versus Ohio. It is inadmissible pag fruit of the poisonous tree or pag nakuha ito illegally. If it was obtained by the police illegally. Hindi siya pwedeng maging ebidensya. Okay? Tandaan nyo lang. Si Terry versus Ohio, search and frisk. Si Roe versus Wade, on the right of the woman to abort their fetus. Si Miranda versus Arizona, the Miranda rights. Si Map versus Ohio is the inadmissibility of evidence seized illegally by the police officer. Okay? Next question. What foot patrol method is used in checking residential buildings, business establishments, dark alleys, and or parking lots? A. Mobile foot patrol. B. Random foot patrol. C. Fixed foot patrol. Or D. Line beat foot patrol. Okay, may sumagot ng A. Meron ding B. Okay, I will give you 10 seconds to decide. Okay. Remember ha, sa board examination, huwag kayong pabara-bara sumagot. Okay, pag-isipan nyo, apply the ACE method. Analysis, comparison, and the evaluation. Okay? The answer is B. Random foot patrol. Kung nag-aral kayo nung kayo ay nasa bachelor's degree, okay? Matatandaan nyo na merong question doon about patrol. What is the best method or foot patrol method to be used depending on the situation? Bakit hindi siya mobile foot patrol? Bakit kaya? Kasi sabi niya, a foot patrol method used in checking residential buildings, yan, pasok ang mobile patrol. But sa dark alleys, hindi siya pwede. Kasi masikip. Mobile foot patrol has an advantage saan? Sa larger patrol area. Okay? Pero ang disadvantage niya sa mga small alleys, hindi siya makakapasok, hindi siya effective. Okay? Now, bakit hindi siya fixed foot patrol? Kasi residential buildings. When you say residential buildings, wide area. Okay? Pag sinabing fixed foot patrol, they are stationed in a or yung Koban system, nasa box lang sila, naka-station doon. Tanaw-tanaw ang kanilang jurisdiction. Okay? They are on the foot. Limited ang kanilang paggalaw. Okay, remember that the question includes the residential buildings, a wide range of area, and a dark alleys. Okay? Yung mga masisikip na lugar. So, si Mobile Foot Patrol pasok sa residential buildings. Si Fixed Foot Patrol pasok sa dark alleys. Now, in these cases, anong gagawin mo? Choose the best answer. The best answer is random foot patrol. Pwedeng mobile patrol, pwedeng fixed foot patrol. Line foot patrol is not a method, but it is a term, a generic term, okay, for the patrol method, for the foot patrol method. Okay? Yan na. Always analyze, okay, sa patrol method. Hindi dahil nakakita ka ng residential buildings, parking lots, wide areas, mobile ka na agad. Kasi remember, meron pang mga sinamang area na hindi na disadvantage siya, hindi siya pwede. Okay? Always use the method analyze, compare, and evaluate. Okay? Number 6, what is the minimum rank of the team leader of a police checkpoint? A, police lieutenant. B, police major. C, police executive master sergeant. Or D, police lieutenant colonel. Okay? Some of you answers A, some of you answer C. So, tignan natin. The answer is A, police lieutenant. Or, si police lieutenant, ano yung previous term niya? Ang previous term niya ay police inspector. But, because of the Republic Act 11200, napalitan na, or the reclassification or the renaming of the rank classification under RA 6975. Ngayon, ang tawag natin sa police inspector ay police lieutenant. Saan natin makikita to? Sa revised PNP Police Operational Procedure of 2013. Okay? Kaya sabi ko nga sa inyo, basahin nyo yun. Kasi andyan lahat ng function ng bawat position, bawat officers, dun nyo makikita na hindi mo makikita sa batas. Okay? Next question. A person who breaks intercepted codes. A, cryptoanalyst. B, cryptography. C, cryptographer. Or D, code breaker. Sagot nyo. Sa mga nagtatanong kung kasama ang criminology sa na-postpone for this November, wala pa pong formal announcement from the PRC. Okay, let's just wait kung kailan. Kasi they are assessing on what is the best for the examiners. And take this as advantage kasi mas ma-prolong ang agony ninyo. Mas ma-prolong ang preparation ninyo. Okay? So habang wala pang board examination, tumutok lang sa Amisai Criminology Review Group. Then this group will provide you everything para ma-equip kayo, okay? And subscribe na rin. And wag niyong i-leave yung advertisement. Okay, the answer is A. Crypto analyst. Okay, crypto analyst ang tawag sa kanila. Say natin. Kasi some of you answers D, code breaker. Okay. Tanggalin natin na isa. Crypto analysts take advantage of any opportunity to solve a cipher. A cipher. What do you mean by cipher? A secret or disguised way of writing or a code. Now remember guys, ganito minsan magtataka kayo, bakit parehas lang naman ang meaning pero iba-iba ng term? Anong purpose nun? Diyan makikita kung kayo ba talaga ay nag-aral nung kayo ay nasa bachelor. Because diyan magde-define kung gaano kataas ang inyong expertise. Remember, criminology is qualified to be an expert witness in a court of law. Paano madedefine na yan na expert? Familiarity of the science. When you say familiarity of the science, yung mga terms. Kaya may tinatawag tayo na merong layman's term. Na pagdating sa criminology profession, iba ang term natin. Okay? Now, cryptography is the art of writing or solving codes. Art. So, hindi siya. Kasi we are looking for the person. Yung tawag sa taong nagbe-break ng intercepted codes. They decoded the codes. Okay? The ciphers. Ito, ano tong cryptographer? It uses ciphering device. Si crypto analyst focus on the codes. Combination of codes or ciphers. Cipher, yung mga writings, mga numbers, letters, yan yung combination. Para ma-decode niya or para mabuksan niya isang bagay. More applied more on the technical side of IT profession. While cryptographer uses device. Okay? May device siya. Yun ang pinagkaiba niya kay analyst. Okay? Si code breaker naman, it decodes the message without the key. They are more likely similar ni analyst. Anong pinagkaiba nila? Si code breaker, it decodes the message. Ano ba yung sinasabi nung message na with or those message that has an hidden clues. Okay? Si crypto analyst naman, ito message, ito yung mismong code ang ina-analyze niya. Okay? Huwag niyo makalimutan. Cryptography is the art. Cryptographer uses device. Code breaker decodes message. Crypto analyst intercept codes. Okay, yun lang tatandaan nyo. Okay, number 8. Father James Robert was born on November 11, 1964. He opted to join the Philippine National Police in February 1994. Is he qualified to join in the PNP? Qualified ba? A. Yes. B. No. C. Wholly true. Or D. Wholly false. You have 10 seconds to answer. Okay. The answer is, wala bang nasagot dyan ng C or D? Okay. The answer is A. Yes. Ba't may sumagot ng C? Okay, remember ha? Walang wholly true, walang wholly false. Bakit walang wholly true, walang wholly false? Because this is board examination. The question is specific. The answer is specific. Walang partially true, walang wholly true, walang sometimes. Okay? Yes or no, true or false. Yan ang mga possible answers. In this question, anong tinatanong niya? The age of Father James Robert, who will join the PNP organization on February 1994. Anong tinatanong dito? Yung edad. The age of Father James Robert. Nung pinanganak siya, November 11, 1964. Ilang taon na siya? Kung mag-apply siya ng February 1994. Ilang taon? O paano mag-compute ng mabilisan? Pinanganak November 11, 1964. Then, ang given facts, February 1994 mag-apply. Take it from this. 64, 74, 84, 94. 10, 20, 30. May 30 years. But because hindi pa dumating ng November, 29 years old pa lang siya. Okay? 29 years old and 3 months. Bakit? Bakit yes ang sagot? Bakit pwede pa siyang mag-apply? Because as stated in the Republic Act 8551, Section 14, okay? Amending Section 30 of Republic Act number 6975, that for a new applicant, it must not be less than 21 years old, nor more than 30 years of age. Ibig sabihin, dahil 29 years old pa lang siya ay pasok. Kahit pari pa siya. Okay? Kasi nga, he is a new applicant. Kasi, remember, sa lateral entry, iba yung, yung maximum na age. Okay, next question. Number 9. A patrol officer, one night, while patrolling in the vicinity of Ayala Avenue, saw B carrying a black bag, standing in front of a certain establishment. A was alarmed of the presence of B. A decided to to approach B and ask the latter of his purpose. A is exercising his authority to conduct A. Pat-down search. B. Accosting. C. Maximum tolerance. Or D. Stop and frisk. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Okay, sorry for the interruption pero nangyayari. Importante lahat tayo ay nakafocus pa rin, okay? Gaya nga sa buhay, 'di ba? Pag may mga encountered problems, tuloy-tuloy pa rin, okay? Okay, what is the answer? The answer is accosting. Bakit accosting? Okay, under the revised PNP Police Operational Procedure, Rule 10, it is pat checks, accosting, and pat down searches. Okay? A police officer may stop an individual for the purpose of conducting a spot check or accosting only when reasonable suspicion exists. And reasonable suspicion must be more than just a hunch or feeling. That is the definition of accosting. Okay? Ano bang sinasabi ng situation? Ito sa situation, sa ganitong question, focus on the given facts. Saan ka mag-focus? Okay? Sa buong kwento. Bakit? Kailangan bawat basa nyo, makikita nyo yung scenario. Ma-visualize nyo yung scenario. Okay? One night while patrolling in the vicinity of Ayala Avenue, saw B carrying a black bag standing in front of a certain establishment. A was alarmed of the presence of B. A decided to approach B and ask the latter of his purpose. A is exercising his authority to conduct. B, accosting. Bakit? Dito kayo mag-focus sa bandang part na to. A decided to approach. He approached and asked the purpose. Okay? Again, ang definition ni spot check or accosting is the right of the police officer to stop an individual for the purpose of conducting a spot checking or accosting only when reasonable suspicion exists. Wala pang nangyayaring search and seizure. Okay? Simple questioning pa lang. Okay? Therefore, si pat down search and stop and freeze are not the answer. Kasi yung sinasabi sa situation, siya ay in-approach pa lang and ask. Approach and ask. Wala pang pat down search. Okay? Accosting, dapat maging familiar kayo. Always focus on the or always read the POP, the Police Operational Procedure. Kasi, remember, the board exam is criminology's licensure examination. And majority of you will join the police service. So expect, pagdating sa LEA, madaming police operational procedures. Daming procedure in terms of operations. Okay? Kaya basahin nyo ng basahin. Maging familiar lang kayo sa mga terms, sa procedure nila, walang problema sa board exam. Okay? Maximum tolerance. Maximum tolerance is defined as the highest degree of restraint that the police, military, and other peacekeeping authorities shall observe during a public assembly or in the dispersal of the same. Okay? Ang scenario natin, A was alarmed of the presence of B. A decided to approach B and ask the latter of his purpose. Okay? Approach pa lang, wala pang stop and frisk. Wala pang search. Okay? Ang tawag dyan ay accosting. The approach when the police officer is suspicious. Okay? Now, let's go to the next question. In the preceding question, assuming that A had a prior knowledge that B is carrying deadly weapon, what should A do in order to prevent B from committing a crime? A, effect and arrest. B, effect search and seizure. C, conduct pat-down search. Or D, exercise maximum tolerance. Okay, the answer is, may habol pa bang sasagot? The answer is C. Umabol pa si Datu. Sayang. Okay? The answer is C. Conduct pat-down search. Okay, there are questions in the board examination that is connected on the previous question, just like this one. Kaya, para hindi masayang oras nyo, hindi maubos ang oras nyo, babalikan nyo ulit yung number 9, always focus. Kasi pag nag-focus ka, yung 9, maalala mo pa rin yan. Okay? Now, ito yung sinasabi ko. On the POP or the Police Operational Procedure of 2013, Rule 10, yan yung mga rights ng police. 1 is stop, check, or accosting if there is reasonable suspicion. The other is the pat-down search or the body frisk or the pat-down search. This pat-down search is legitimate when there is reasonable suspicion that the subject for pat-down search is believed that possess weapon. Yan, no? That possess weapon. Okay? Ang given choices, ang given na facts natin kanina sa number 9 question is approach. That police officer approach B and ask for the purpose. Pag yun, ang sagot natin ay accosting. Pero, pag ang reasonable or ang suspicion ni police officer ay meron siyang deadly weapon, ang i-effect natin ay pat down search. Okay? Magkasunod yan. Okay? Now, in this scenario, ang sabi niya, A. A is the police officer. Assuming that has a prior knowledge. Either may information nagsabi sa kanya na si B ay has a deadly weapon. Okay, has a deadly weapon. What should A do in order to prevent B from committing a crime? Then, conduct pat down search. Okay? You cannot effect an arrest kasi wala pang nakikitang deadly weapon, wala pang nasa-search. Okay? Effect search and seizure. Anong kailangan nito? Warrant or search warrant. Ito naman sa arrest, warrant of arrest. Now, if there are no warrant of arrest, there are no search and seizure or search warrant, ano ang legal na right ni police officer in this case, in these scenarios? The pat down search. Basta valid ang kanyang suspicion. Paano naging valid ang suspicion? Visible, nakita niyang may bukol na meron siyang prior knowledge. Assuming that A had a prior knowledge that is given in this situation. Okay, sa board examination, huwag kayong lalabas sa question, ha? Focus lang kayo sa question. Kung anong sinabi ng question, yun lang ang sagutan nyo. Huwag nyong dadagdagan. Okay? Now, exercise maximum tolerance. Kaya alam natin na hindi siya ang tinutukoy. Because maximum tolerance again is the highest degree of restraint that police use during dispersal or the same. Okay? Number 11. A type of protective alarm system where the central station is located outside the installation. When the alarm is sounded, it will notify the police and other agency. A. Local alarm system. B. Central station system. C. Auxiliary system. Or D. Proprietary. Anong sagot? The answer is central station system. Okay? Ano bang central station system? It is a system in which the alarm signal relayed to remote panel located at the facilities of private-owned protection service company. Okay? That the system has several separate compounds type alarm system. Saan daw nakakabit ito? On the police and other agency. Okay, say natin. Ano bang local alarm system? Local alarm system is a siren or bell sounded when no predictable response. No predictable response, meaning hindi siya connected sa law enforcement agencies. Like for example, the strobe light sa bangko. Yan, local alarm system yon. It's a warning. Okay, hindi siya connected sa when you say local alarm system, that the protective alarm is not connected on the law enforcement agencies. Ano naman sa auxiliary? An installation-owned system which is a direct extension of the local enforcement agency. Okay, with special arrangements. Okay, the auxiliary system is owned by the either the law enforcement. Okay? Sa local alarm system, there is no predictable response. Okay, si central station system tsaka si proprietary system ay parehas lang. Anong pinagkaiba nila? That the console or the device is located inside the subscriber's installation who owns or bases the system. Kasi dito sabi niya, the central station is located outside. Okay? Si proprietary, inside. Si auxiliary system is the extension of the local enforcement agency, a device extended from the local enforcement agency. Si local alarm system, there is no predictable response. The central station system, that the police and other agencies are notified. So therefore, merong predictable response. Okay? Hindi nga kalimutan yon. Central station, proprietary, pinagkaiba is yung location ng device. Central station, outside. Proprietary, inside. Local alarm system, no predictable response. Auxiliary system is the extension, direct extension of the local enforcement agency. Okay? Number 12. Upon arrival at the assigned beat, the patrol officer must report immediately to the blank. Okay, James Smith, huwag ka mag-alala. Matasanay ka din, mag-aral ka ng mabuti. Basahin mo lahat ng mga previous discussions. Tumutok ka sa MSI Criminology, papasa ka. A, desk officer, B, field supervisor, C, unit supervisor, or D, sector supervisor. Okay. The answer is C, unit supervisor. Paano natin ma-decipher ito? The sector supervisor can be the station or the larger unit of the police organization. Kasi ano ba nga natin dito? Ang keyword. Upon arrival at the assigned beat. The patrol officer must report immediately to the pag larger, for example, police district, pwede siyang sector supervisor ang tawag. Okay? Pag station commander or substation commander, pwedeng unit supervisor ang tawag. Pag field supervisor, sila yung smaller unit or group in the station. Like for example, yan. Si patrol. Okay? Si desk officer is part of the police station. Pwedeng hindi siya yung supervisor. Okay? Dito kasi we're talking about the supervisors. Kung saan magre-report upon arrival at the assigned beat. Doon nyo lang titignan. Okay? Sa jurisdiction. Si desk officer, wala namang jurisdiction yan kasi assigned siya sa incoming and outgoing. Sa reporting of crimes sa station. Okay? So, hindi siya. Ang jurisdiction ni field supervisor is smaller than the unit supervisor. Okay? It refers to a measure which seeks actively to block the enemy's effort to gain information or engage in espionage, subversion, and sabotage. A. Counterintelligence. B. Passive counterintelligence. C. Active counterintelligence. Or D. Intelligence. Okay, the answer is C. Active counterintelligence. Now, let us analyze the question. It refers to a measure which seeks actively to block the enemy's effort to gain information or engage in espionage, subversion, and sabotage. Okay? O, define natin isa-isa. Intelligence. Intelligence. Intelligence is the end product resulting from the collection, resulting from the counterintelligence, okay, from the passive or the active counterintelligence. That is the totality of the operation, the intelligence operation. Ang end result daw no na intelligence. Yung information na darating, that is the intelligence. Okay? So, hindi yan. Now, what is counterintelligence? Bakit majority of you answers counterintelligence? Based sa comments, ha? Bakit? Counterintelligence is a phase of intelligence covering the activity devoted in destroying the effectiveness of hostile foreign activities. Okay? Ngayon, ang nakita nyo kasi, yung greater definition. But again, sabi ko nga sa inyo, look on the facts, on the keywords. This is a type of counterintelligence that block the enemy's effort to gain. Okay? Meron siyang dalawang type. Passive measure or the measure which seeks to conceal information from the enemy. Pag sinabi niya dito, conceal information from the enemy, that is passive counterintelligence. Pero sabi niya dito, block the enemy. Block. Okay? That is active counterintelligence. Now, paano kayo hindi mahirapan dito? Kasi sabi nga natin, 'di ba? Ang choices are more likely similar to each other. They're likely similar. Look for the keywords. The counterintelligence is a phase of intelligence covering the activity, okay, devoted in destroying the effectiveness of hostile foreign activities. Yan. Diba? Pakinggan nyo ha. Devoted in destroying the effectiveness of hostile foreign activities and the protection of information against espionage, subversion, and sabotage. Binabanggit niya yung dalawa, the passive and the active counterintelligence. But then again, ang tinatanong sa question is the counterintelligence or the activity that blocks the enemy's effort to gain information or engage. That is active counterintelligence. Pag conceal lang, okay, to conceal the information, passive counterintelligence. Sir, ba't ganon? Yung block tsaka yung conceal parang paras lang naman. Block, conceal. Okay? Remember, this is a police intelligence that uses their own vocabularies. Kaya basahin nyo yung inyong notes. Okay? Study well. When we say conceal, tinatago mo lang. When we say block, there is an active measure. May ginagawa ka para either you conduct an operation, okay, to block the enemies. Okay, next question. A system of controlling an agent by putting his salary in a bank to be withdrawn only after a fulfillment of a condition. A bank account, B positive control, C bank deposit, or D escrow account. Answer. Okay, the answer is D, escrow account. Okay, sa police intelligence, walang bank account doon. Okay, wala ding bank deposit. Those are, again, sinasabi ko nga, layman's term. Ngayon, pag nasa operation ka na, nasa field ka na, meron kanya-kanyang words na ginagamit or terminologies. Okay? These are types of control. Okay? What is control? The authority to direct the agent to carry out task requirement. We are in the police intelligence, ha? Remember, police, this question is on the police intelligence. At ang tinatanong niya dito is a control method towards the agent. Okay? Let us define that the control. The authority to direct the agent to carry out tasks or requirement on behalf of the clandestine organization. May dalawang types or categories ng control. Okay? The positive control, this one, and the negative control. Si escrow account ay under ng negative control. Okay? Si passive control characterized by professionalism and rapport like agent, motivation, or psychological control. Passive. Ibig sabihin, yung approach dito towards the agent is light, positive. Okay? Now, through professionalism, that it builds rapport. Unlike kay negative control, may kasama itong threat. The control measure to their agent is with threat. Okay? Ano yung mga kasama ng escrow account sa negative control? The disciplinary action, the blackmail, and the escrow account. These are the subtype control measure. Okay? Ano ang escrow account? Control of agent by putting his salary in bank. Okay? Putting his salary in bank. This is a negative control of an agent after fulfillment of a condition. Okay? Basta pag nagre-review kayo, remember to use categorization. Pag kinategorize niyan, tandaan nyo kung saan siya nagro-root. Okay? Next question. Which among the following intelligence is needed before conducting a successful police operation, like arrest of criminals, raid, search of building, assault, etc.? A. Strategic intelligence. B. Order of battle intelligence. C. Criminal intelligence. Or D. Line intelligence. Okay, the answer is D. Line intelligence. Ano bang line intelligence? Line intelligence or the tactical and combat intelligence. Okay, ano bang ginagamit dito? Okay, it is an intelligence needed before conducting a successful police operation. Okay? That uses arrest of criminals, raid, search of buildings, or assault. That is line intelligence. Bakit? Ano bang strategic intelligence? Strategic intelligence is the knowledge pertaining to the capabilities and vulnerabilities, okay, of a foreign nation, which is required by the national planners. The strategic intelligence is for planning. Okay? Ano naman ang order of battle intelligence? It is the identification of strength, command structure, and disposition of the personnel, units, and equipment of any threat or force. Okay? What is criminal intelligence? Criminal intelligence are those knowledge essential to prevent crimes and use in the investigation from the criminal. Okay? Line intelligence or the tactical and combat intelligence uses a police operation that uses arrest of criminals, raid, search of building, assault, etc. Okay? Number 16. This involves observation of the whole area, building or installation, possible exits and approaches in the type vicinity. A. Reconnaissance. B. Exterior casing. C. Casing. Or D. Interior casing. Okay. The answer is B. Exterior casing. Bakit exterior? Possible exits. Okay? It involves observation of the whole area, building or installation, and possible exits and approaches and type of vicinity. Okay? Anong tawag sa mga choices na to? They are what we call casing. So, hindi siya kasama. Hindi siyang sagot. Kasi it specifically looks to the type of casing that includes the possible exits, the observation of possible exits. Okay? Ano naman ang reconnaissance? Reconnaissance is used by the military personnel as a form of intelligence. Okay? Ito ang tawag nila. Reconnaissance. Okay. Exterior casing and interior casing. Si interior casing, close observation of the layout of the building. Layout. External layout. Okay? The layout of the building. External including the internal. Includes items that can be observed in a building which are of intelligence value. Okay? Well, exterior casing yan. The whole area, building or installation, and possible exits. Okay? Basta, sabi ko nga sa inyo, always read and read. Mapafamiliarize nyo din yan. 17. The actual and factual reporting of one's observation refers to A. Description, B. Perception, C. Elicitation, or D. Observation. Answer. Okay, the answer is A. Description. How do we get actual and factual reports? Through observation. How? Through the use of our senses. Okay? Now, these are the what we call ODEX or observation and description, an essential tradecraft skill which is valuable in varied operational aspects. Ano bang perception? Perception is not actual and factual reports. Ano yung nasa isip mo lang. Okay? There is no factual information. There is no actual information gathered. Okay, anong elicitation? A system in which information of value is obtained through the process of direct communication. Elicitation through communication. You will elicit. Okay? And observation is the use of all major senses to register and recognize the significance of given operation. Di rin siya pwede kasi dito na siya sa choice, sa question. Okay? Then the answer is description. In a wider sense, description uses the five senses, wherein 85% of the knowledge gathered through sight, 13% gathered through hearing, and 2% gathered through three other senses. Okay, next question. 18. It is the identification of strength, command structure, and disposition of the personnel, units, and equipment of any threat or force. A. Tactical intelligence. B. Order of battle intelligence. C. Line intelligence. Or D. Strategic intelligence. Okay, the answer is B. Order of battle intelligence. It is the identification of strength, command structure, and disposition of the personnel, units, and equipment of any threat or force. The tactical intelligence, line intelligence, and strategic intelligence are fields of police intelligence. Okay? That uses by the commander or operatives. The tactical or the line intelligence used to provide for planning. It is used by the commander to provide for planning and conduct of tactical operation. Si line that is similar to line intelligence, or the other term. The other term of tactical intelligence is line intelligence. Okay? And the other is the strategic intelligence used in the national planners. Okay. When we say identification, that is the identification of strength, command structure, that is order of battle intelligence. Pag sinabi nating used by the commander in a police operation, ito yan. Tactical intelligence, line intelligence, or strategic intelligence. Okay, para hindi kayo malito. Okay, according to the psychologist, how many percent of our knowledge is gathered through sight? Kung narinig nyo kanina, masasagutan nyo to. Kung nakinig kayo kanina, A, 85%, B, 13%, or C, 90%, or D, 2%. Okay, the answer is A, 85%. Bakit through sight? What is the logic behind that? 13% is gathered through hearing. Okay? 2% is gathered through three other senses. Ano yung three other senses? Sense of sight, sense of taste, sense of touch, and okay? Hello. The three other senses are sense of touch, sense of smell, and sense of taste. Okay? Yes. It can be observed. Nakikita mo. Tama si... Sino yun? Si James Smith Kasan. Unlike sa 13% na through hearing, you are not sure about what is the object. Okay? 85% because it is visible to your eyes. You can describe the height, the weight. Unlike pag hearing, di mo ma-describe yung height or weight niya, which is a essential part of intelligence. Okay, number 20. In intelligence, surveillance is categorized according to intensity and sensitivity. When there is intermittent observation, varying in occasions, then this surveillance is called A, loose, B, tight, C, open, or D, close. Okay, the answer is A, loose. Okay, remember, the close and the tight are the same. Okay? The same. These are the according to the surveillance, type of surveillance at according to the intensity and sensitivity. Okay, ano ba tong open? Or close or tight? The subject is kept under constant surveillance. Okay? The aim is not to lose the subject even at the risk of being detected. Paano ba dinescribe dito? Ano ba yung tinatanong? Okay? There is intermittent observation. Contrary to the close or tight. Sabi sa close or tight, the aim is not to lose the subject. Dito intermittent, okay lang na minsan hindi mo makita or minsan mapakawalan mo. Okay? Now, loose or open na lang. Ano bang open or overt or rough surveillance? Surveillance with little or no attempt of concealment. Okay? The subject is most likely aware that he is followed. Okay? Sa open, the subject is aware. While in the loose, intermittent with intermittent observation varying in occasions, that the subject is not aware pero hindi siya ganun ka tight, or the requirement of surveillance is not to lose. Kaya hindi ganun ka strict ang surveillance na kakanak natin na operation. Okay? Kung makita nyo, intermittent observation, tanggalin nyo na agad si tight or close. Because the requirement for tight or close is to, their aim is not to lose the subject. Okay? Si open naman, there is no attempt of concealment. That is the keyword, okay? And the subject is aware, most likely aware that he is followed. Okay? For 21, it is the circumspect inspection of a place to determine its suitability for a particular police operational purpose. A. Inspection. B. Survey. C. Surveillance. Or D. Casing. Okay, the answer is C. Casing. Bakit? Ano bang keyword natin dito? It is the inspection of a place. Okay? For what? For police operation. Ano ba ang inspection? The conduct of physical examination to determine compliance with establishment or security policies. It is not intended for police operation, but intended for crime detection or security breach detection. Okay? Survey. Survey is a fact-finding to probe or to determine a plant's adequacy. It is more likely used in the security procedure. Okay? What is surveillance? It is a clandestine investigation which consists of keeping persons, place, or other targets under physical observation. Anong goal nila? To obtain evidence or information pertinent to an investigation. Okay? To obtain evidence or information. While casing is the inspection of a place to determine its suitability for a particular police operation. Okay? #22. There is a poor chance of obtaining good results when agents are stationed at a fixed point, assuming that the subject followed the same general route each day. What type of surveillance is this? What method? A. Leapfrog. B. One man. C. ABC method. Or D. Two man. Answer. Okay? The answer is A. Leapfrog. Okay. These are all methods of surveillance. Okay? Now, ano sabi niya? There is poor chance of obtaining Good results when agents are stationed at a fixed point assuming the subject follow the same general route each day. Anong keyword nyo dito? Okay? The assumption that the subject follow the same general route each day. Okay? Sa one man kasi, this surveillance method is used when there is an extreme difficulty, okay? Or this is a extremely difficult and should be avoided because it needs sa one man. It is a close contact. It's surveillance method that needs close contact. Ito may assumption eh. Hindi niya ang surveillance method na ginagamit, there is an assumption. Okay? Inaabangan niya in short. In a fixed point. Okay? Assuming that the subject follow the same general route each day. For example, yan. Okay, remember, sa police operation, always use your imagination. Isipin nyo kung paano ito mag-i-effect, paano ito ginagamit, paano ito nangyayari, paano yung situation. Okay? Kasi, pag na-visualize nyo yung situation, alam nyo kung ano yung magiging response, magiging sagot. Okay? Sa one man, okay? Pag one man, you need to focus, you need to tailgate, you need to focus, susundan mo yung tao. Hindi ka mag-aabang sa fixed point. Sa ABC method naman, okay, it uses 3 man, wherein they are strategically located. Okay, kung saan maaring or sa mga places na mayroong information na pupunta siya doon. Or ang purpose din ng ABC method is pag for example, si A was identified, papalit si B. And so on. Si leapfrog naman, ang purpose niya is the assumption that the subject follow the same general route each day in a fixed point. Okay? Kay two-man naman, that the two agents are employed to follow the subject. Okay? Remember, the one man, the ABC method, and the two man are on foot. On foot meaning they are not stationed. Unlike kay leapfrog, sabi niya, agents are stationed at a fixed point. Ito yung keyword natin na when the agents are stationed at a fixed point, leapfrog yun. Okay? When the agents are assigned or tasked to tailgate or to observe in close the subject, that is one man ABC or two man method. Okay? 23. A method used to exchange information between two individuals using a secret location. A, live drop. B, dead drop. C, drop box. Or D, dead end. Okay. The answer is B, dead drop. Anong tatandaan nyo dito? there is a secret location. Okay? The information is live in a secret location. May secret location, meaning that the two agents will not meet each other. Iiwan lang siya sa isang lugar, sa secret location. That is dead drop. Kaya nga dead drop eh. Okay? Now, in police intelligence, walang drop box and dead end. Okay? Remember that. Okay? Ano naman si live drop? Yan, magkapatid yan. Method of intelligence. Live drop and dead drop. Live drop is a location. Okay? When the two agents meet to give each others the information. Okay? May meeting. Live drop, may meeting. Kaya nga live eh. Okay? Pero hindi siya ang tinatanong sa number 23. Kasi ang tinatanong dito, anong tawag daw sa isang secret location? That is dead drop. Okay? 24. The surveillance operatives must make sure that they stay inconspicuous and a part of the community where the operations are being held. A. Blending. B. Camouflaging. C. Disguising. Or D. Masking. Answer. Okay, the answer is blending. Bakit blending? Okay? Sa police intelligence, para hindi kayo mahirapan ha, isipin nyo yung situation. Kasi ang mga choices, yung mga terms na ginagamit, describes the situation. Okay? Sabi niya dito, surveillance operatives must make sure that they stay inconspicuous in the part and a part of the community where the operations are being held. Okay? Meaning that they are blended in the society. Okay? They are staying with the community in order to gather information. Okay? Ano bang camouflaging? That the operatives are concealed or in a concealed place unforeseen from the eyes of the community. Kaya ang camouflage eh. Unforeseen by the community. Sabi ito, a part of the community sa question. Okay? So, hindi siya. Okay? Sa C naman, disguising or masking. Disguising is similar to masking. Okay? That operatives uses synthetic alteration of physical features to conceal their true identity. So, hindi siya ang sagot. Okay? Now, remember, the surveillance operative must make sure that they stay a place in a conspicuous and a part of the community where the operations are being held. So, disguising and masking are a method of the surveillance operatives that uses synthetic alteration of their physical features. Okay? Kaya nga disguise. or mask, diba? Okay, this will be our last question for the part 1. And after this, magbe-break muna tayo. Okay? Number 25. Private security agency or private detective agency, company security force, government security force shall not be allowed to possess firearms in excess of A 200, B 500, C 30, or D no limitation. Okay, the answer is B 500. Okay? Okay, let us have a break. Then later ko na lang i-discuss. Okay? And I'll wait. Our second part is the later on. Let's take a break muna. Lahat ng mga naiihi katulad ko. Mag-CR muna. Okay? And review the discussion. Analyze them. How did you answer? What is your answer? Okay? And see you at the part 2. Okay, bye-bye.